Can you believe a woman doing the Canadian anthem down in Sunrise, the rematch between the Panthers and the Oilers, forgot the words for the national anthem? Unbelievable. All right, back here for the nightcap, and we got hockey tonight. I'm gonna try and get some NBA in here. I was gonna do the game Monday night between the Bucks and Blazers, but Carolina 6-5, Frisco 7-4, and that's a much bigger game than an NBA regular season game. So we're just getting the kick started right now. We will begin in front of me, which will be the Canadians against the Canadians and the Leafs tonight, as they're about to sing the national anthem in Toronto. Meanwhile, we turn around and this woman's smiling after she gassed up the Canadian anthem. What is wrong with you, lady? Come on now. Get it together. Okay? Get it together now. Well, that's a beautiful scene. It's all dark around it. Boy, I tell you, a lot of the states in America are like that. Where when you leave the city, it's dark everywhere else. New York is like that. If you go to Long Island or you go upstate, you know. So Canadians are standing to attention. Suzuki, Jack Evans. Meanwhile, Stuart Skinner is about to get him started as I have both games on. So, they're playing all Canada now in Montreal, which is beautiful to see with the Habs and the Leafs tonight. That rivalry is rekindled. So, Oilers and Panthers are about to start. Montreal's in front of me. The Oiler game is live tonight via satellite. If you have N.H.L network and you don't live in Miami or in Western Canada, you get to see the game. The Oilers got it deep in the Panther zone. And Edmonton, just like that, Bobrovsky scores. I'll let you know who it is right now. 1-0 Oilers. Not even 30 seconds in the game. And Jack Rosovich with the goal. He has been coming big for the Oilers. So the Oilers already 1-0 less than 22 seconds into the game. So the Oilers are up 1-0 already. In Montreal, they're just starting there tonight. At the Bell Center. Old rivalry. Leafs and Habs. So the Oilers up 1-0. Jack Rosovich with the goal. So this place is stunned right now in Sunrise as the already started with the Oilers up 1-0 already. Oilers needed that too. Get them kick-started tonight. Meanwhile, I have the Canadians in front of me. They have hit rock bottom. A lot of it has to do with injuries. Ovechkin says some not so nice things about the Canadians after Thursday game, and they rubbed it in. Already leaves Slapkowski's in it already with McCabe pushing and shoving. So this game is just getting started. Meanwhile, behind me, back in Sunrise, Oilers are flying right now. To me, honestly, this is a much bigger game for the Oilers, even though it's regular season. Oilers haven't been playing that well lately. So, so the Zach Guy brothers playing together tonight. So Oilers up 1-0 in that one. Montreal no score yet. Detroit beat Columbus 4-3. Patrick Kane with 2 assists. Florida deep in the Edmonton zone. The Oilers got the puck. They're coming out strong tonight, Edmonton. Nice block by Skinner, who's the goalie for the Oil tonight. And this game I like so far because it has a fast pace. It is going up and down here in Sunrise. Jack Rockovich, his 8th goal in the year, and it's 1-0 Oilers. Meanwhile, in Montreal, is no score. In this game, they're just skating up and down. So it's good action, good pace from both places. Montreal now has the puck. Demidov. Meanwhile, back here in Edmonton, oh, good hit by the Panthers right there. So Montreal, tremendous pace so far tonight in that one. Ottawa is at San Jose. That's another good one with Macklin Celebrini in the building at home tonight. But look at the Oilers, boy. They are coming out flying. Washington and Tampa tied at 1. No score in San Jose. Early. Islanders lose today 2-1 to St. Louis. Or just the speed of this game. Florida just tied it 1-1. Shallow Gavich with the goal for now. They know Edmonton will probably be played. Let's see how this happens. Yeah, this is going to be a good goal. So it's going to be 1-1. Yeah, it's 1-1. No replay. 1-1. So early out here in Sunrise. Down here in Sunrise. But, who the hell is wearing that jersey? All right. All right. Oilers got the puck back. They got 3-on-2. They can do it right. Good breakup by the Panthers. Oilers just scored. Wow. Jack Roslovic again. Number 9 for Roslovic. 2-1 already. If you bet the over, you're going to have a good night tonight. So Jack Roslovic, that's 2 tonight. And we're just less than 6 minutes into the game, 7 minutes into the game. You already got 2 goals. Roslovic from Bouchard, 7:03 time of the goal. So 2-1 Oilers, just like that. In a game like this, what you want is excitement, not one team trying to bog down the other. So 2-1 Oilers, Roslovic with both goals, Slugwich for the Florida Panthers. So this is a nice fast tempo here in Sunrise. So 2-1 commercial breaking out. What you did was you ripped them blind, Moss. Cut it out. That's what you did. You ripped your nephew blind. Be quiet. Let me get back to this game. So if you missed the show earlier today, I had a good time up there talking about the main reason why the Eagle offense is no offense, because Jalen Hurts has complete control of the offense. He doesn't respect his head coach or the offense coordinator, and he's had many issues with AJ Brown. So what he did was um, he doesn't throw the ball to AJ Brown. He better tomorrow. They would have beat Dallas. All right. Of course, this is Oilers announcers because Sportsnet is on the cheap. So I'm serious about this. So you know they're homers. All right, they're fighting right now. Fists are being thrown in Sunrise. Oh, Frederick and as these teams are letting their aggressions out. Meanwhile, Montreal, see what Demidov did. So Greer and Frederick went at it. All right, Montreal. As you see Ekman Larson and Gallagher going at it face to face. It was Paul Maurice. Here we go. Back to the action. All right, it's a 4-on-4. 2 men in the penalty box right now. Right, Oilers bring it back out. Oilers are certain. McDavid, first time we said him tonight. That's him and Rodriguez hugging each other. Meanwhile, back here in Montreal, Nylander. Ooh, Nylander got away with one. I just love the pace of this Florida game, folks. I mean, these two teams are hockey versions of gunslingers. up and down hockey. This is the way you like it. Nice save by uh, Skinner. All right, here we go. In the Canadian game, Edmonton is a timeout, so they're in commercial break in Edmonton. Yeah. And we'll find out who these penalties are on. All right, let me answer this message. Get back to it. Well, there's some good action tonight. All right, Moss says, "Whoa, I thought Johnny Toronto scored Leafs in the power play." Yeah, I was just taking care of something real quick. All right, Johnny Toronto didn't score yet. So 23 seconds left in the power play for the Leafs. Meanwhile, Oilers about to start a power play down in Sunrise. I'll let you know what's happening live down there. Bouchard. Draisaitl with the shot off Pavelski. Montreal just scored. And I'll let you know who scored for the Canadiens. Lane Hudson, 1-0 Canadiens. So Lane Hudson just scored 1-0 Habitants. As Chief is not happy with this. 7:49 left in the first there. 7 minutes left in Sunrise in the first. 2-1 Oilers. Both goals by Jack Rosovich. Oilers, 35 seconds left in their power play. Florida clears the puck. Meanwhile, N.H.L. Give you some action in the second. Florida. Oh, Edmonton just scored. Okay. I'll let you know who scored for the Oilers in a second. It was definitely a power play goal. So the Oilers up 3-1 in this one. You too, Mom. I said her too. Yeah, I know. All right. All right. Thomas X scored for the Oilers for the third goal. So Thomas X scored and 2 goals by Rossovich, who's on fire right now for the Oilers as they go to a commercial break there. Montreal's in a commercial break. I'm trying to get some other games up tonight. The Blackhawk jersey was just re-released in the last uh, 48 hours, and it's sold out everywhere. My God, that's one of the few jerseys I will pay the price for. So let me take a look. All right, Matheson has scored for the Canadians, so Lane got 2 points tonight, a goal and assist. He assisted on Matheson's goal. And the Canadians are about to be on a power play. So, remember last year when they played back in March, Toronto was down 1-0. They won 7-3. They was down 3-0 at the end of one, and they came back to win 7-3 right here in Laval. All right, Canadians on the power play. Maple Leafs clear. All right, Montreal still on the power play. All right, the Oilers are going for the kill against the Panthers. 3 minutes left in the first. And Montreal got 40 seconds left in their power play. Lane Hudson. All right, Maple Leafs clear. 4 minutes to go. Dobish. Suzuki. Wide. That was close. You know what's impressive about the Oilers so far tonight? It is the role players who have scored the 3 goals. All right, the Canadians are peppering Wall tonight. There goes Nicholas Suzuki. It's my guy, but Mr. Miami adores him. All right, 2.5 minutes to go here in Sunrise in the first. Oilers in complete command in this one. They're really taking it to Florida tonight. This is a game that can uplift the Oilers tonight. Swarming again. Close. commercial in Montreal. I'm gonna try and get some other games up. Let me see if the Devils are playing right now. Because I live in the local area, so I get the Devils and the Rangers. I know the Rangers are on a road trip. You could tell the Oilers were up for this one. Montreal in the commercial break. Knicks and Orlando Magic is playing, and the Knicks are losing by 3 with 28 seconds to go. Knicks with the ball. Why would you dump it to him down low? Don't he know anything? Because I'm rocking my Authentic Pro um, Al McGinnis Flames jersey tonight. 4-1 Philly, boy. Philly has been a story. 4-1 Philly in the first. I tell you, Taki got these guys playing. You know the Islanders lost tonight. So, all right, 3 minutes in Montreal in the first period. Florida is 50 seconds left. So, this is what you want to see if you're an Oiler fan tonight. Goaltending's been a little shaky. What else is new? But the Oilers will come out flying tonight. 30 seconds to go in the first. 2:40 to go in the first in Montreal. All right, they're jostling again. Meanwhile, the Leafs are on a break. 2 minutes to go there. As McDavid and Marchand was tossing. Now fighting this tossing. All right, Montreal deep in Toronto's zone. Minute and a half left there. Here in Sunrise, they're going to end the first period. Very good period for the Oilers. Very strong. And a very quiet crowd in Sunrise. So 3-1 Oilers after one. Meanwhile, we're just under a minute in Montreal. Montreal's deep in uh, Toronto's zone. Uh, 30 seconds left here, so we have a very quiet end of the first. So we Rockets in Montreal, very quiet in Sunrise right now. End of 1-2 Habs. End of 1-3-1 Oilers over the Panthers. Let me see what else is going on around the league live right now. Devils down 4-1. They're getting beat down by the Oilers tonight. Jordan in the building. Good to see Jordan. Melina, of course, in the building. Seattle's at Pittsburgh. No, thank you. Let's go. Let's go to Ottawa and Colorado, Nashville. What time they start? About 5 minutes. Let me take you there for a little bit. Oh man, boy, the Avalanche look good or what, folks? I'm not an Avalanche fan, but they look good. And how about Macklin Celebrini? Well, the young superstar that young kid is. Yeah. I wonder if all three Hockey Night in Canada games are at the same break. That'll be interesting. Depending on how I feel, I may give you a little bit of Flames and Dallas tonight. A lot of controversy out in Calgary. Don Maloney made a complete ass out of himself the other night on national television, talking about there's nothing wrong with this team, but the team is fine. They love these losers on this team, and the fans are irate. And I never seen anything like it. The sad thing is I agree with everything, just that the people who live out there and Flame fans around the world are talking for me. So all I do is just sit back and listen to the angst and the anger of Flame fans. But Maloney said everything is fine, and that they're not going to make any moves, and that they're going to stay status quo, which have their fan base very irate. That's why I'm rocking the jersey tonight. I said, the hell with it. Let me rock my Authentic Pro tonight, as they are home for the Stars tonight. So they're talking about Lane Hudson. Chris Pronger is now on CBC. So, yeah, all three Canadian teams tonight, all three games on Hockey Night at the end of one. So I'm watching McLean tonight. The new thumbnails will be up on Monday. We'll be in San Francisco Monday night. That is a huge game for wild card implications. Carolina, if they win that game, They'll have the tiebreakers over the Niners and over Dallas and Green Bay. If they beat the Niners, they were beating all three. Dallas, they already won in Lambeau. And if they win in Frisco Monday night, there's a good chance they're going to get a wild card or maybe a division title. I'll be on the air at 7:50 Eastern Time, and the Panthers and the 49ers. One. Cousins with his eighth goal. Stutzler with the assist. And Kleinberg scored for San Jose tonight. So 1-1 after one out there. All right, I'll be right back. Quick second. Coming right back. Oh. So my N.H.L network tonight, they will give you bonus coverage of the Avalanche and the Predators tonight. Hurricanes and Sabres tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I'll be doing football. But I will be checking in on the Flames and Canucks tomorrow night. Yvonne Conrae turned 82 today. Happy birthday to Yvonne. He's at the Canadian game tonight. So we're getting ready to get back in the second period. Nina and Moss talking about cars. Very pissed off today that they sold out on those Blackhawk jerseys. The black ones, they bought them back. Sold out in minutes. Well, I'll get it. I swear to God, I'll have that Blackhawk jersey by Valentine's Day. Okay. Okay. Cracking up 1-0. Tyler, Tyler Sagan just walked into the Saddle Dome. He'll be the guest on um, After Hours. Good show tonight. It's Tyler Sagan and Jim Neal. That's After Hours. That'll be about, I'll say, around 1 o'clock-ish um, Eastern Time, 11 o'clock out in Saskatchewan. Yep, they're in Nashville tonight. They're in Chicago tomorrow. So Blackhawks will only wear their black jerseys 7 times. Shaden, Ontario Playboy, yes. I know that about him. Yes. Let's get back to Montreal. Get ready for the second period. Both Montreal and Sunrise. And I'll think about giving Flame coverage tonight because you know how I feel about that sad ass group. And that idiot Don Maloney. Everything's fine. We're okay. And the fan base and other Calgary podcasters are just ripping them in a hole. See, if they would have done this last year, they would have got somebody good, a center good, to build on. Instead, they want to be competitive. They want to play hard. The bottom line out there is the owner, Maury Edwards, a couple of things about him. But the number one thing about him is He'd rather be an eighth seed and make one playoff run. Like, in other words, he'd rather be eight, get revenue in the building, and they lose, he's happy, than try to build and get a superstar in town. And if you heard me earlier today, I talked about the Eagle saga where Jalen Hurts just don't want to throw the football to A.J. Brown. I'll say it again. I know, brother, I've seen a lot of the incidents on the sideline. He's tired of A.J. Brown, so he doesn't throw him the football on purpose. And it's going to stay that way unless they start losing. Now, tomorrow's a big game for Jalen Hurts because that Cowboy team is believing. I will not be doing that game tomorrow. Tomorrow, Indianapolis at Kansas City, 1 o'clock. That's where we'll be at in Arrowhead. Green Bay is hosting the Vikings, and the Steelers go to the surging Chicago Bears. And we'll see the Bears on Friday in a big game in Philadelphia. We'll have that one Friday. And then next Sunday, Texans at Colts early, Vikings and Seahawks late. That's our doubleheader next Sunday. So we'll have that one next week. That's our doubleheader next Sunday. We'll be in Indianapolis early. We'll be in Seattle late. So, like the Oilers are back to starting as they are buzzing in the Florida end of the ice. Bouchard. Of course, he gives up the puck. Rodriguez. Now Florida is buzzing. All right. Meanwhile, back here in Montreal, Oilers doing a good job defensively as Skinner is getting peppered. Meanwhile, back here in Montreal, I will put up the Avalanche game in a few minutes. Joseph Wall 3-0 lifetime against the Canadians with a 1.67 goal against average. And, how about Moss's Bruins last night? Morgan Geeky again as the Bruins continue to play good hockey. I told you people, put your money on the Bees. Bennett just missed that close range. As Florida is really buzzing here in the second period. So Moss's Bees make me look like a genius, as I always look like up here. And I tell you, that Philadelphia story is fascinating. And how about Sador Sanders getting his first career start tomorrow? Detroit and Green Bay on Thursday. Kansas City at Dallas. I'll be back in time for the post-game show of both of those games, and I will skip the Ravens, of course. I'm skipping all three games, but I will definitely skip I will give you a pre-game show though, 11:30 Eastern time on Thursday. Pre-game show leading up to the kickoff of Green Bay and Detroit. Matter of fact, I'll be on at 12 o'clock. I believe they start at 1 now. They don't start at 12:30 no more. So I'll be on at 12, 12:15. Take you right to kickoff. Break down the two games, Dallas, KC, and of course Packers and Lions. Well, I tell you, that game Monday night, folks. I cannot wait to be there. We'll start our coverage at 7:50 Eastern time, as we'll do the Niners and the Panthers. They win that game, folks. Quality wins over Dallas in Lambeau, and they win on Monday night in San Francisco. Meanwhile, back in uh, Sunrise, got 2-on-1. Now you got 3-on-2. This game is very fast paced. All right, the Oilers got a 4-on-2. Big save by Bobrovsky. Huge save. Montreal still up 2-0 on the Leafs. All right. Saved by Skinner. Right. Leaves the fight for the puck in that one. A lot of Oiler fans in the crowd tonight in Sunrise. All right. I'm still here. I'm just looking at the action as they are really zooming up and down. Montreal just scored. I think it was Dobson. They're going crazy in Montreal. Yes, it was Dobson. So Dobson just scored for the Habitants 3-0. 4 minutes and 9 seconds went past in the second. Meanwhile, back here in Florida, Edmonton just scored again. So it's 4-1 Oilers as they are piling it on tonight. So the Oilers, all right, but Bobrovsky has just been pulled. He's been pulled from the game as he goes to the locker room. There goes Big Leon. All right, Pokerlin scored for the Oilers to make it 4-1. And the Oilers have been clearly the better team tonight, folks. And I don't think this Florida team has the firepower to come back tonight. 12 minutes to go in the second period in Sunrise. Meanwhile, here in Montreal, it's 3-0 as the Habitants is doing the job. 14:23 left in the second period there. All right, commercial and Sunrise. Let's see what happens here. All right, Suzuki, Kapanen, Demidov, Canadians just having their way. All right. Oilers guys are explaining why their team is so great tonight. Typical. All right. Panthers on the power play. All right. 11 minutes left in the second period in Sunrise. Panthers clear it down the zone. All right. San Jose up 2-1. This game has gone the fastest of any of the games. All right. This game here, as I'm looking at the Sharks, as they're fighting right now. Big Reeves into it as he hurt his hand fighting. Meanwhile, right, the Panthers made it 4-2. Sam McEvish scored again. That's his second of the night for Florida. He's got both Florida goals. All right. Nine minutes in the second in Sunrise. All right, commercial and Sunrise. Meanwhile, this is the mighty Avalanche already up 1-0 on Nashville. Watching this game on the Altitude Sports Network for the Avalanche. As Moss is saying that Berube's not happy, I wouldn't be happy either, especially it's a wounded Montreal team. Have you ever seen a player score his 500 goal and had no pomp and circumstance like John Tavares 2 weeks ago? Not even his teammates congratulated him. Only Craig Berube. That was a sad look. So, let's get back to Montreal. In a little bit, I'll go to Washington and Tampa. See how much time is left. Edmonton trying to take another free goal lead. Meanwhile, all right, Montreal calls their timeout as that game is half over. 7.5 to go in Sunrise in the second period. Tomorrow's pregame 12:15 Eastern. And right, Panthers in another power play, while Montreal is going to be on a power play, as McCabe is going to the box. So Skinner is looking good tonight. Meanwhile, Canadians about to get on a power play. Florida is in a power play. Skinner got lucky there. All right. Florida's still a minute 14 in their power play. Florida scores in the power play. Sammy Reinhart, 4-3 now. Meanwhile, Montreal trying to put this game away with another goal. They still got a minute 40 in their power play. Reinhart scores 4-3 now. So Reinhart scores, make it 4-3 Oilers. Meanwhile, the Canadians go away from putting this Leaf team away. Six minutes left in the second in Sunrise. Just under 6 minutes there. Meanwhile, Montreal still got 25 seconds left in their power play. Puck is still moving in this one. So, all right, 8 minutes to go in the second in Montreal. Still 3-0 Habs and a Dobson goal. And the champs trying to fight back. Meanwhile, in Montreal, Pittsburgh is tied Seattle. Tampa up on Washington 4-2. The Abs up 1-0. Rangers and Utah no score. That's where the Rangers are at tonight. And of course, Dallas and Calgary later on tonight on CBC. Vegas is at Anaheim later on tonight. 7 minutes left in the second in Montreal. Hudson. Dobson. Montreal circling around. Caulfield. Score. 4-0 Caulfield, the magician, and Montreal rolling right now. And no, it's not. It's not Caulfield. It's Anderson. So Anderson gets to go 4-0. They're loving it in Montreal tonight. on Yvonne Cornier's 82nd birthday. So I'm going to call this one a wrap. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm not doing Pittsburgh and Seattle. Avalanche is a little bit too early for me, so let me pick one, see where I'm going. So the Habs look strong tonight. Let me pick another game. Capitals are down. Let's go San Jose. Take a look at Salabrini, Macklin. Well, that was close to Edmonton making it 5-3. That was close. 4 minutes to go in that one in the second period. 4 minutes here in San Jose. 2-1 Sharks. I didn't realize how many fans the Sharks have. Boy, I told you talk about fans who have suffered. So everybody's at the same time. So I know CBC is happy about that. Rogers is happy about that. Edmonton on the power play. Minute left in the power play. Good clear by the Panthers. Meanwhile, back here in San Jose, 3 minutes to go in the second. .38 seconds to go in the power play for the Oilers. Just under 3 minutes to go in the second period. All right, the power play is over. Uh-oh. Two minutes to go in the second period. Very fast-paced game. You know I like that. Big save by Bob's backup. Minute 40 left in the second. Meanwhile, in San Jose, 2.5 minutes to go there. A minute left in Sunrise. 2 minutes left in San Jose. It's close to tying the game. Avalanche and all right, Edmonton. Not Edmonton. Ottawa has just tied the game. A lot of Ottawa fans in Silicon Valley. So, Senators tied the game at 2-2 with a minute 19 left. Meanwhile, it's the end of two in Sunrise 4-3 Oilers. So, Montreal 4-0 in that game. Complete domination by the Habs tonight. So, Ottawa trying to get one last chance. Shane Pinto with the puck. 12 seconds left. One more period, and then I'll make a decision. Most likely, I'm going to be done for the night. I got a long NFL tomorrow. Got the 1 o'clock game and the 8:20 game from LA tomorrow night. Skip the Eagle game. I'll take a nap for a couple of hours. So Ottawa's on the power play. Now we'll go into the third period, excuse me. All right. That'll be the end of two periods, 2-2. So, meanwhile, we'll go back to this already route in Montreal. That should be the end of two periods there by now. Oh, they're still playing. Okay. See if they make it. All right, goes Zach Guy's parents there. Oh, way past this. No, they still got 4 minutes left in Montreal in the second period. So let me see who else is playing. Who we got? All right. I'm here, folks. I'm just listening to Elliot Friedman. I'm right here. I haven't left. So you think I'm gone? No, I'm right here. All right. Capitals Tom Wilson beating down somebody in a heavyweight fight. I tell you, Wilson's having some year, isn't he? He's duplicating 2 years ago. Remember last year he broke his jaw. Pucks, he was blocking him puck and he hit him right in the face. That's a toughie. That's a beauty right there. So what a day it was. And by the way, thank you, Raven Knight, for that was a good 2 hours. Me and Raven kicking it up here. Me again roasting the Dolphin community. If you missed that, that was me talking about. We did on Straight Football today. We talked about Vic Fangio. We talked about Jalen Hurts with AJ Brown, how much he can't stand him, and he's sabotaging the Eagle offense on purpose because he doesn't throw to AJ Brown. So if you got AJ Brown in fantasy, I don't know what to tell you. And I'll tell you, tomorrow is the game. If he doesn't throw to him tomorrow and he takes the L, and he'll take complete responsibility if they lose tomorrow, and he doesn't throw to AJ Brown, I will pick a number over under 4 attempts at AJ Brown. If that doesn't happen tomorrow, then you know it's over. And like I said this morning, if AJ Brown, let me put it this way, if the Eagles go back to the Super Bowl, they'll give it AJ Brown probably 10 days after the Super Bowl is over. If they don't make the Super Bowl, like the big man down in WIP in Philly was saying, the beat writer, they'll try and move Jalen Hurts. And I can tell you something about Philadelphia right now. They're not too crazy about Jalen Hurts for the obvious reasons. It's just the way Philadelphia operates. If Nick Foles can come back from retirement, they'll bring Nick Foles back. Nick Foles and and Peterson, Doug Peterson, a statue outside Lincoln Financial Field for the old Philly special call. But like I said, one of them is going to go. This depends on the scenario. Tomorrow, pregame show, we'll talk about Jordan Love tomorrow. That's going to be fun. What I have to say about him. And I think his detractors like Troy Aikman, who ripped him again this week, and the ESPN, what's that stupid show with Stephen A. First Take? We'll do that tomorrow in the pregame show. We'll talk about Kansas City, which way they're going. Buffalo, of course, they're in shambles. And we'll talk about Houston, that they're surging now, 6 of their last 8 without C.J. Stroud, which is interesting, without Nico Collins, which is interesting. And Will Anderson making a strong case for Defensive Player of the Year. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. And I'll observe the week before we do Straight Football and pick a topic there in Straight Football. I don't know which one we're going to talk about tomorrow in that. So that is all tomorrow. Let me get out of this Capitol game. And yeah, I've decided I am not doing Calgary tonight. I'm sorry. When I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll have my TV rolling. I'll see if they win or not. So that game is off the board. I don't know what game to do. I mean, you know what it is? Sharks don't excite me. They never did excite me. It's like the Ravens. I really don't like doing Raven games. I really don't. I look at Raven games as a bore fest. Keep pressing this. There we go. And getting out of here after this one. I'm done with this tonight. After this Tampa game. Me and Raven talked about the WWE today, which was good conversation. And of course, Godzilla is -0. If you don't know me by now, I'm a huge Godzilla fan. That's the only movies I watch. And we talked about tomorrow's game with Eagles and Cowboys. And of course, me with Vic Fangio. I talked to him about him today. And I talked about the Hurts and AJ Brown saga. And like I said, over under four attempts to AJ Brown tomorrow. Melina won the link. There goes the link. And it's, it's hockey breaks everywhere. And again, I had to rip the Dolphin community again because this was the same group of people who was dogging on Vic Fangio. Remember, when Vic Fangio got to Philly, they were the 30th ranked defense in the league, and now they're the most one of the most dominant defenses in the league. That doesn't happen overnight, folks. That happens because of damn good coaching. Last I saw, the man who really ripped him was Jalen Ramsey. Last I saw him, he was getting spit in the face last week by our boy in Cincinnati, Jamar Chase. Jamar will be sitting out tomorrow. Joe Burrow was supposed to come back tomorrow. I don't know where that stands. They may hold him to Thursday night at Baltimore. As we're waiting for the third period of these games to start. Let's get a score real quick from Utah. All right, the Rangers just came on the air. So the Rangers are about to start. And we'll see what happens. We get ready for the third period in these games. And all right, thank God we got started the third period in Florida. Capital just started. I switched there since Montreal is being dominant tonight. right, Florida. So, all right. Tampa's on a power play in that game. Meanwhile, this game is just going blazing quick in Sunrise. I'll predict this game will be over by 20 to 10 Eastern time. Joel is rolling tonight. Oilers on the attack. Stopped by Florida. 17 minutes left in this one. Very good game tonight. Here comes the Oilers. Number Rosovich had the first two goals of the night. Got long football tomorrow. Where Monsieur Miami have? I don't know what Mr. Miami is. Probably watching wrestling tonight. He's down on his Canadians. Jordan's back in the building. He's down on his Habs. They've been losing lately. A lot of injuries. Meanwhile, we still got under 16 minutes to go in this game. 4-3. All right, Florida deep in the zone. Bennett just missed off the post. Like the Oilers are driving back to Florida. 15 minutes to go in the game. Remember, Bob Bobrovsky was pulled from this game earlier. Trent Frederick set the tone, him with his physicality, and of course, Jack Rosovich with the two goals. Avalanche Blackhawks tomorrow. I'll be doing my pregame show. Moss's boy Jack Hyman is back. Vasquez looking up at the scoreboard. All right, 14 minutes left in Sunrise. Vasilevsky just stopped Ovechkin on a breakaway in that game. All right, big save for Skinner. Just under 14 minutes left in that. I'm noticing now as they go to commercial break, but the referees are letting them play, which is a good thing. Let these two teams decide it. Okay. Two games very similar. Pass off pretty good for the Panthers. Okay. Montreal Carbinas win, and now Montreal Canadiens too. Beat Montreal week finally over. Okay, that's from Moss. The CHL All Stars against USA under 18. That'll be Tuesday and Wednesday night. How the hell do you miss that breakaway, man? All right, Florida bringing it up the ice. They're making a change. Just under 13 to go in Sunrise. minute. Another big save by Skinner. Washington just scored. I'll let you know I'm doing this game right now. Ethan Frank just scored for Washington. So Ethan Frank on the board 4-3 now. Washington. $12 to go. As the puck goes over the rink. Oilers go home after this. They're finishing up that 7-game road trip. So back to Sunrise. 11.5 to go in the game. They are getting great looks, but Skinner keeps coming through. Marchand just missed it. So I got two good games right now going on. Capitals coming back on they were down 4-1 on Tampa. And so was the Panthers down 4-1 to the Oilers. All right, stopping the action real quick. Jason Robertson on a 5-game goal streak. All right, just under 11 minutes to go in the game in Sunrise. Boy, this game has been action-packed. Well, here comes the Oilers. There you go. 10 minutes left in Edmonton. In Sunrise, Edmonton up 4-3. Sam Bennett. Nine and a half to go. Caps on a power play. Right here in Sunrise, here we go. Meanwhile, they're really going at it in Sunrise, folks. Just under 9 minutes to go there. Meanwhile, they're trying to find out it's going to be a two-man advantage for the Capitals for a minute 21. I'm taking another commercial break in Sunrise. As Jeff Chikrin came close. My Capitals on a two-man power play. Point blank and missed. Great save by Vasilevsky. Under 12 minutes to go there. Clear the puck. I secured the penalty just about. Hurricanes at Buffalo tomorrow, 1 o'clock on N.H.L Network. Also the Blackhawks, 7 o'clock on N.H.L Network as they host the Avalanche. All right, Chikrin is going to the penalty box. Let's get back to Sunrise. $8:40 to go. All right. 4-on-4 hockey in Washington. 11 and a half to go. Meanwhile, here in Sunrise, Panthers on a power play for another minute 10. Seth Jones bringing it up. They dump the puck. 50 seconds left from the Panther power play, 7.5 to go in the game. Another big save by Skinner. And trust me, the Panthers are getting not good looks, they're getting great looks. Like 10.5 to go in Washington. All right, back to Sunrise. Just under 7 minutes to go in the game. Panthers still in the power play is about to end. So the Oilers kill another power play. We've got two good games, but look at them go down the wire. 8 minutes left in 9 minutes left in Washington. Meanwhile, Florida and Edmonton, just 6 minutes left in this one. Pittsburgh, Seattle still 2-2. Marchand, and Beniers with the goals for Seattle. Crosby, his 13th, and Malkin. So the combo have scored for the Penguins tonight. So that game went back to commercial. Meanwhile, here at in the Capitol Center, 8 minutes to go, 4-3. Lightning. So look like these games are going down to the wire, which is a good thing. Moss doing his own ice fly arounds. Well, I'm glad. Flyers playing well. Well, enjoy it, Moss. You know how I am, bro. I just stay in my room, period. I don't mess with nobody's room. Sens are still tied. Okay. Tomorrow we'll be in Kansas City. Can't wait for that. See the Chiefs tomorrow. Mom will be watching that in her house. All right. Watch this before I fall asleep tonight. All right, we're back at it. And oh, I know what the hell Mr. Miami's doing. He's watching WCW Clash of the Champions. It's now, yes, the WCW network. Good for Mr. Miami. Meanwhile, let's get back to Sunrise. 5.5 to go, still 4-3. Okay. It's going to be 5 minutes to go in the game in Edmonton. Mr. Miami's enjoying his class of the Champions, WCW. Right, the Panthers shoot it in, dumped it in. 4.5 to go. Four minutes to go. They'll show you the rest of Nashville and Colorado on N.H.L network. 3:51 to go in Edmonton. Sunrise. All right, still 4-3 with 6.5 minutes to go in the Capitals game. In about another minute or two, they're going to pull the goalie. All right. Panthers dumping in the zone. Three and a half to go. 5.5 to go in Washington. 4-3 Lightning there. 4-3 Oilers here. And dumping in again. Right, the goalie's still in for Florida right now. And you know who scored the empty net. This game is over. And the Oilers, with 2:40 to go, McDavid with the empty net, and they are celebrating on the Oilers bench. This game is over. So I know that felt good for Connor, sticking it to the Panthers, who was laughing at him all summer long. So Edmonton's going to get their revenge, folks. They'll probably make it 7-3 if they can because Florida's going to move the goalie. Tocchet got the Flyers playing well. Vegas at Anaheim. That's another great late game tonight. Yep, there goes the empty net. Let's see who scored this one. All right, Montreal 4-1 Oiler fans cackling in the stands as they're getting a good laugh out of this one. So 2 minutes to go in Sunrise. And Oilers in their road trip with a big, big win. A minute 40 left. Meanwhile, Capitals down 4-3 with just under 5 minutes to go. A minute 15 left now in Sunrise. Empty seats. Boy, did this arena get empty quick. Oilers trying to run up the score. 40 seconds left in that one. David staying quiet. Oh, they're fighting now. And some big melees are going on right there. Look at that shot. Woo! Big brawl here in South Florida, folks, with 36 seconds to go. As they are going at it. Woo! I haven't seen the Oilers show this much fire in a minute. Tampa Bay just scored, and it was Cirelli. So they're going to most likely win in Landover. Paul Maurice standing there. As they're sorting out the penalties. It was Bobrovsky. All right. So basically, of the early games, they're all done for the night. You still got Colorado and Nashville. You still got Ottawa and San Jose. And like I said, you got the Flames later tonight in about half an hour. Meanwhile, less than 2.5 minutes to go. Capitals have pulled the goalie. Again, happy 82nd birthday to Yvonne Coraye as I wrap up my night. And I want to thank everybody, Melina, Jordan, Moss. All right, Ottawa's up on San Jose with 24 seconds to go. Let's see what happens. This is live on N.H.L Network. All right, Omar with the big save. 10.6 seconds to go in this one. The big win for Ottawa on the road, as this Ottawa team is finally beginning to come together without Brady Tkachuk. Meanwhile, Ovi's drinking some fluid under 2 minutes to go. He's drinking his Coke. He likes to drink Coke on the sidelines in his water bottle. Wizards up 93-88 on the Bulls. Third quarter there. All right, Ottawa wins 3-2. As Ottawa is first in the Eastern Conference. Meanwhile, a minute 14 in Washington. A minute left in this one. I am done for the night. And we'll see you tomorrow, 12:15 Eastern Time, the pregame show. We'll be in Arrowhead tomorrow. We're checking on Green Bay. We'll check on the Steelers. Steelers in Chicago. We'll see the Bears on Friday, on Black Friday football on Amazon Prime. Bears Eagles. And then next Sunday, just to let you know, we'll be in Indy. The Red Hot Texans, with the best defense in the league, they'll travel, see if they can catch the Colts. If the Colts win tomorrow, they won't catch them, even though they play head-to-head. Colts got 2 more with Jacksonville and 2 more with Houston. All right, this game is mercifully over. And again, I'll see you all in the afternoon hour tomorrow. Doubleheader action, day night. Rams, Buccaneers, the nightcap. 5-3 Capitals win. Fine. So. Stutzler scored and Mummy. Here we go. Let me get this right again. All right, folks. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon. Big doubleheader of NFL action tomorrow. And I will say good night from the Oasis. Senators win 3-2. Okay. And I am out of here. Good night, folks. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. Thank you, people in the clouds, also. Be here tomorrow for doubleheader action. We'll see you then. Good night from the Oasis.